Hey guys, welcome to Crimealytics. I'm Melissa. So I have an update for you on a case that we covered on April the 14th of 2026, and I'm not going to lie, this is not the update that I was expecting. So let's do a real quick recap of the case before we get to the update. 62-year-old Ella Mae Begay went missing from Sweetwater, Arizona in June of 2021, and Preston Henry Toth was the only person ever charged in her disappearance. Prosecutors said that he assaulted Ella Mae, he stole her truck, and then later he sold it. And he was charged with assault resulting in serious bodily injury and carjacking resulting in serious bodily injury. As the case moved forward, prosecutors said that Toth confessed, but that confession was thrown out because he had invoked his Fifth Amendment right to remain silent, but investigators ignored it and they kept questioning him. So prosecutors said that had seriously weakened their case. So they ended up offering Toth a plea deal where he would plead guilty to just robbery, and he would have been given a 3-year sentence. Well, that would have essentially just meant time served because he was already in prison for 3 years, so he would have just been released shortly thereafter. But prosecutors argued that the plea deal would give Ella Mae's family some kind of certainty and finality and closure because the confession was suppressed, so they didn't know what was going to happen if they ever did get to go to court. But the family opposed this, and their main reason was he didn't tell anybody where Ella Mae was, and to that point, she still had not been found. So on April the 9th of 2026, Judge Douglas Reyes rejected that plea deal. Toth then entered a second plea agreement with prosecutors, and Ella Mae's family adamantly objected again because they still do not have answers as to where she's at. But on May the 8th of 2026, Judge Reyes accepted the new plea agreement and sentenced Toth to 5 years in federal prison after he pled guilty to robbery. And he was also given credit for the 3 years that he's already served, so he will essentially be released within the next 2 years. And I say within the next 2 years, it's because he could be released early for good behavior or anything else. But barring something else happening, the maximum that he's going to spend in prison is another 2 years for what happened to Ella Mae. So I could see the second plea deal coming, but this next part completely caught me off guard. As part of his plea deal, prosecutors agreed not to prosecute him in the future, even if Ella Mae Begay's case develops. So the way that I analyze that is he could get out of prison, scream from the top of his lungs to everyone that'll listen that he did it. He could take somebody to exactly where he left her, and they cannot touch him. He can never be charged with assault, murder, manslaughter, nothing. If he did do it and he confesses to it, he's going to get away with it. Now, you guys tell me if I have overanalyzed this, if I have misconstrued something, or I'm missing something, but that's the way that I'm reading this, is they cannot touch him going forward. So while the family did get a prison sentence from the plea deal, did they actually get justice? I'm not so sure about that. And this is one I'm going to be keeping my eye on because my analytical brain is screaming, what just happened? There's got to be something I'm missing. There's got to be something that's going to change, even though a lot of times with plea agreements, that doesn't necessarily happen. But still yet, I'll keep an eye on it. And if there are any new updates, I will bring them to you as they become available. Be sure to follow along for more true crime cases and analysis. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.